Investor Summit 2021 about to get underway. The universe and humanity have been through such challenging times, and the only way to put the recent past behind us is to practice caution, optimism, and steadfastness. As a result of circumstances, this year's Progressive Punjab Investors Summit is being held in keeping with the times. As they say, nothing is virtually impossible, and therefore our participants may not be physically present here today, but with technology at its best, we're making sure of your wholehearted and valuable participation in this year's Progressive Punjab Investors Summit 2021. And now, please join together in extending a very warm welcome to Sardar Charanjit Channi, the Honourable Chief Minister of Punjab, who's gracing the virtual plenary and later this morning will also deliver his keynote address. Ladies and gentlemen, Punjab, as you know, is a land of enterprise, of hard-working people with a track record of touching the pinnacle of success. Punjab is a state synonymous with bonhomie, generosity, and most of all, an unending, enterprising spirit. Progressive Punjab, a story of partnership, delivery, and growth. Investors reassured. So let's begin this virtual plenary with words of welcome by a young and dynamic leader who's very open to new ideas. He's recently taken over as Minister for Industries and Commerce. Ladies and gentlemen, Sardar Gurkirat Singh.
Honorable Chief Minister Sir Charanjit Channi ji, Finance Minister Sardar Manpreet Singh Badal ji, distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen. It's an honor and privilege for me to welcome you all on the behalf of the Government of Punjab to the Progressive Punjab Investors Summit 2021 on the theme Progressive Punjab, a story of partnership, delivery and growth, investors reassured. I welcome His Excellency Ambassador Satoshi Suzuki of Japan, senior representatives of Government of India, and above all, the very distinguished business delegates from India and abroad who have spared their valuable time to join us on this special occasion. I also welcome today's very eminent speakers from India and abroad, representing a variety of Punjab's industrial strengths, agri and food processing, textile, education, pharmaceuticals, petrochemicals and chemicals, who have come to share their knowledge and experience with us to help us deliberate upon our roadmap for industrial growth in Punjab that is grounded in the concrete realities of national and international value chains and trends of industrialization. Sir, I thank you all for joining us for the virtual plenary session, and we look forward to hearing your views today. A special welcome to our Honorable Chief Minister, who has taken a personal interest to interact with the industry in the run-up to the summit. You are all aware that Punjab is one of the most important pillars of the country across our national strategic goals, ranging from security to food to security of our borders. Since the beginning, Punjab has made a remarkable contribution to the national and international community by championing the qualities of entrepreneurship, innovation, and progress through its people. Entrepreneurs from Punjab are an important part of the economies of various countries such as UK, Canada, USA, Australia, etc. Now Punjab is fast emerging as a powerhouse for industries. The state is a leader across sectors such as food processing, textile, sports goods, auto, and pharmaceuticals. Its moniker of being the granary of India, woolen knitwear hub of India, or the bicycle hub of India are countless and well known. Being home to marquee brands such as Nestle, Coca-Cola, SML, Isuzu, Mahindra, Swaraj, etc. for numerous years have provided us with a good base on which we have built further. You are all aware that in recent times, the state has received new investments of more than 99,000 crore across various sectors. Further, Punjab-based firms have also continued their tradition of excellence. Market leaders such as Vardhman, Sonalika, Hero Cycles, Nahar Group, IOL Chemicals, Trident Group, amongst others, have grown by leaps and bounds through forging new market linkages across the world and inking new technology and investment partnerships. As a state's industry and commerce minister, I am fully conscious of the expectations of the business and industry and the responsibility placed on my shoulders. We are fully aware that industrialization holds the key for fostering social inclusive growth, economic growth, creating employment, and ushering in prosperity for the state. This summit is an opportunity for us to continue our traditions of regular and constant interaction with our investors. Through this summit, we wish to apprise you all of the work we have undertaken to make Punjab an investment destination and also understand your thoughts on how the state can harness the unlimited opportunities present across sectors. Our purpose is to welcome you all to Punjab and to link you with industries within the state for mutual growth. With your active participation, continued support, and contribution, I am certain that the strong entrepreneurial spirit of Punjab can be harnessed for economic success of the state and its people. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Sardar Gurki. And now context setting by someone who was the CEO of Invest Punjab and created it from scratch. He knows industry and investment promotion like the back of his hand and has been a true and loyal friend of industry since long. Please welcome Shri Anirudh Tiwari, Chief Secretary, Punjab.
Morning, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Government of Punjab, I welcome the Chief Minister of Punjab, Honorable Ministers, Ambassadors, senior officials from Government of India, and industry stalwarts who have raised us here for this fourth edition of Progressive Punjab Investors Summit. This summit builds on the momentum of the Progressive Punjab campaign, which celebrates the spirit of Punjabi enterprise, openness, hard work, and welcoming warmth for one and all. The theme of this year's summit is Progressive Punjab, a story of partnership, delivery and growth, investors reassured. I think this was time when the state renewed its commitment to the industry and promised a partnership which is based on mutual growth for all of us. Through this summit, we celebrate a partnership industry that has delivered significant growth for Punjab. Punjab has indeed come a long way from being an agriculture-based economy to an industrial powerhouse, and industry has been a key partner in this entire journey. Today, Punjab, because of you all, enjoys a leadership position in several sectors. We are known as the agriculture machinery hub of the country, and apart from other agriculture machinery, we are the leaders in tractor production. Punjab is one of the largest tractor manufacturing states in India, and we hold 29% share in tractor production in the entire country. The state also ranks second in terms of tractor exports from India, which is about 22%. We have our brands, which the Honorable Minister also mentioned, our homegrown brands of Sonalika, Preet, Swaraj, and in agriculture machinery, we do have global giants, John Deere and Claas as well. In bicycles, more than 75% of bicycles in India and 92% bicycle parts are produced in Punjab. And the state ranks #1 in export of bicycles in India. Ludhiana, as we all know, is the bicycle hub of India with the single largest bicycle manufacturing unit of Hero Cycles. In agri and food processing, which is our natural strength, the state is a leader in production of several agricultural commodities and home to many majors such as ITC, HUL, Nestle, Pepsi, Coca-Cola, and Cargill. In textiles, we are the hosiery capital of India, accounting for 65% of India's production of hosiery. We have some major homegrown brands, Trident, Duke, Nahar, Shingora, which are exporting to major global stores like Target, Walmart, Marks and Spencer's, Reebok, and Nike. The good thing is that they are not only exporting for them as their brands, but are also exporting their own products under their own private labels. In light engineering, Punjab accounts for a share of 25% of secondary steel market in the country. We are also leaders in machine and hand tools, precision tools, and the state accounts for 85% of India's sewing machine production. We are also the sports hub of India. Jalandhar is one of the largest hubs for sports goods manufacturing, and you'll all be happy to know that products from Punjab are used in major global events such as hockey at 2020 Olympics, World Cup Rugby 2019, and Soccer World Cup 2014 as well. But the strength of the state is through its 3 lakh MSMEs who are very competitive and are deeply embedded into the global value chain. Many global MNCs have made Punjab their home. Punjab exports its produce to over about 100 plus countries across diverse sectors. This leadership in diverse sectors is what makes our growth story truly transformational. The industry is at the core of this growth. The government, of course, has always played the role of a facilitator and made significant efforts to provide a conducive and helpful business environment in the state. We have always built in collaborative partnership, and we believe that this inclusive growth and balanced regional development of the state is most critical for the state's economy to prosper. The good part is that we have always involved the industry and carried out stakeholder discussions before any decisions are taken. The Industrial and Business Development Policy 2017 was laid out in consultation with all stakeholders, and this policy, as you all know, has a slew of incentives to attract investments in the state and is one of the best and the most attractive incentive-based policy in the entire country. Our notable incentives include 100% net GST reimbursement, both on inter and intrastate sales, liberal employment subsidies, up to rupees 48,000 irrespective of domiciles, among many others. As I mentioned, we believe in collaborative decision making, and industry has always been providing us with feedback, and we have had a continuous dialogue with major industry associations such as the CII, PhD Chamber, and they are all part of the state level committees and district level committees that grant approvals and sanctions for fiscal incentives as well. This is our mechanism to ensure that we receive a continuous feedback from the industry so that we can continuously improve upon our working. The government continuously engages with the industry to identify and resolve challenges and issues that hinder industrial growth in the state. And as part of the reform process that we have introduced to make Punjab the best state in terms of ease of doing business. The flagship Punjab Innovation Mission, which is a 150 crores initiative, is private-led, government-backed initiative to promote startups in Punjab. Mr. Pramod Bhasin actually leads this mission. The industrial and business development policy was complemented with a slew of unprecedented initiatives to ease the regulatory burden in the state. Many forward-looking provisions, having statutory backing and being the first of their kind in the country, have been adopted. We believe that reforms are an anchor, and innovation in governance by the state is really the key for all the initiatives that we have been taking till now. Till now, over 2,000 plus reforms have been undertaken by the state in the last few years, and some of these include the central inspection system, which allows only computerized risk-based selection of establishments and random selection of inspectors. It is mandatory for these inspectors to upload their inspection report online within 48 hours. This brings in a huge transparency into the entire regulatory regime. Through the Punjab Bureau of Investment Promotion Amendment Act 2021, automatic deemed approvals have been allowed, and now all approvals are deemed to be approved. Approvals are deemed to be approved post expiry of stipulated service delivery time. As on date, 533 approvals have been granted under this route. Through the Punjab Goods Carriages Regulation and Prevention of Cartelization Rules 2017, the state has abolished the truck unions to ensure free and fair movement of goods in the state. Through the Right to Business Act 2019, MSMEs can immediately start their business by provisions of self-certification. E-auction for online and transparent land allotment has been introduced, and we have laid great emphasis on governance and brought in several provisions to ensure that the role of government is limited only to facilitation. The Punjab Anti-Red Tape Act, a first of its kind reform in India, aims to reduce compliance burden for businesses and citizens by a minimum of 50%. All the services shall be made online. Around 1,608 compliances have till date been simplified, reduced, or eliminated. Punjab has also become the first state to freeze a defined list of NOCs required by industry for setting up an enterprise, and no department, I repeat, no department can actually ask for any other NOC without the approval from the Council of Ministers. This was a long pending demand of the industry to set